Need some coins to that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out mudpacks.com where you guys can open up exciting packs, win tons of mud coins, and withdraw the coins to your account. Use code ZERK for 15% off.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Today I'm going to be going over 5 players that every single mud team absolutely needs to have. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Griffin for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subs to the channel. Turn the notification bell on and comment down below. Noti Gang. Also, I do want to say shout out to you guys to copy my NBA picks last night. We had a huge night between me and my dad. We had $350 in W's. And for those of you guys that filled out the form that I put over on Twitter, by now, unfortunately, it is too late if you didn't already fill out the form to get this special. But if you did, the half a point Kristaps special is live right now on Underdog Fantasy. Don't miss out on the next one. If you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. My NBA picks for today are probably already up. But like I said, guys, these are the 5 cards that I feel like every single team needs to have, maybe regardless of price, whatever. Some of these cards are going to be very expensive. Some of them are going to actually be free cards. And there's even one card that I feel like is kind of on the cheaper end for, in my opinion, how necessary he is. So starting off, let's go with the most obvious player on this list, right? It's Rob Gronkowski, okay? If you guys have not grinded out your season pass, if you've been kind of slacking on it, there is still time to get Gronkowski. There definitely is still time. And is it worth grinding out those field passes to get the XP, to get this Gronk? Yes, without a doubt, it is 110% worth getting this Gronkowski, but also remember, when you guys actually unlock this 98 overall Gronk right here with this card art, whatever, you can add him into this 82 to make him even better. And now you guys can actually see what his stats look like now. I will say, you only have 13 days left as of the day that I'm recording this video to grind out for Gronk. You only have actually less than 2 weeks left to get your Rob Gronkowski, so absolutely make sure you guys are doing so. You guys can see the stats on him are just incredible. 97 run blocking, 98 impact block. He has definitely been the best tight end that I've used this entire year, aside from maybe Donald Parham at the beginning of the year, to be completely honest, because that card was just ridiculous. But you can see his abilities as well. They are absolutely crazy. He does get short and elite for 0. You can run these deep outs, deep in, whatever. Personally, I just run short and elite on him, but he also gives you motivator boosts. Now, I don't believe you actually have to have Gronkowski completely maxed out to get this. I think you only have to get him to like 88 overall to get this motivator boost, but he does give you 1 tackle, 1 jump, 1 run block power, and run block finesse to your entire team. So not only is he the best tight end in the game, one of the best absolute run blockers in the entire game, but he also gives you motivator boosts. That is a necessary card that everyone needs, and you have less than 2 weeks to get him. Don't miss out on it. And speaking of motivator boosts, I absolutely feel like Ryan Jensen may honestly be #1 on this entire list. Like, I know this video is not ranked at all, but I really feel like Ryan Jensen might be the #1 most needed player for any team. Now, similar to a lot of the motivator chemistries, I will say this. I do know people that actually have maybe one of the newer centers out there, and Ryan Jensen is at backup. That's a very expensive backup though. 400,000 coins for a backup is ridiculous, but this card is absolutely worth it. You guys can see the stats on him with 94 strength, 96 run block, 96 pass block as well. If we come down and take a look at the abilities, you can see he gets 0 AP post up, 1 AP identifier, 1 AP secure protector as well. But really the main reason you want to have this card is what he does to your run game. He gives you 4 speed, 7 excel, 1 run block finesse, and 7 agility to your left and right guards. That is incredible. Now, I will also mention this. If you happen to have the new Gridiron Guardians 2, the Ezra Cleveland, I believe his name is, that card has like 90 speed base. If you have Ryan Jensen, we're talking about a 94 speed guard. Having the extra speed, the extra agility, the extra acceleration, if you are someone that runs the football a lot, or even just runs the football at all, this is someone you need to have out there. It is going to allow you to have those pull blockers come around and lay some nasty blocks, get the edge, and obviously a lot of guards right now are able to get something like 0 AP Nasty Streak or 0 AP Polar Elite. This just seriously helps to run games so much. This is a very essential card. Now, I know that this one's probably going to be the most controversial one on this entire list, but to me, I feel like one of the most necessary defensive players in the entire game is still Julius Peppers. Now, why do I feel like this? Now, I will say this. Some people, maybe you guys have a different user card that you personally like. Maybe you like Bo Jackson. I still have Bo Jackson on my team. I still run him at middle linebacker. To me, I still feel like Julius Peppers is the absolute best user card in the game, and it's mostly in due part to him being 6'7". Now, the 94 speed, obviously we're getting a lot more 97 speed players right now. I'm sure we're going to get some sort of crazy tall 97 speed user very, very soon, and when we do, then maybe I'll move on from Peppers. But the animations that I am still able to get with this card, and especially when we're talking about Gronkowski, who I mentioned is 6'6" at tight end, we have players like Carmichael, who is 6'8". We have a lot of these super, super tall receivers, these super tall tight ends, whatever, that people are rocking out there. Julius Peppers has been my way to kind of neutralize these super tall receivers and the high points that people try to do, because the animations you're able to get with Julius Peppers, I know a lot of people also really like Ted Hendricks. I prefer Peppers because if you're not going to use her on Peppers, right, for like a play or two, he's actually good in man. He has 91 man coverage. Hendricks, not good in man. Peppers, to me, is still a necessary person to have out there on defense because he's 6'7", because he's still 94 speed is still pretty good out there. Good in coverage, good block shape, good hit power. Again, like I said, this is the one that I feel like is going to have the most debate potentially in the comment section, but to me, he's the best user in the game. And speaking of those super tall players, yes, Carmichael to me is a top 5 needed card in the game. And why do I say that? Because I feel like this card is the most dominant receiver that I've used the entire year. Obviously, you guys all know about the most feared Carmichael. Most people had that card in their team. And this is like the same exact thing, just even slightly better. This Carmichael is disgusting. He's 6'8", 96 speed, 97 excel. And I mean, he's just great. The abilities on him, being able to get short out elite, route technician, and deep out, all for a total of 2 AP, which is the stack that I run on him, is pretty crazy. Now, I know he's 900,000 coins, so I know a lot of people can't necessarily get him, but I feel like if you're going to get any receiver, if there's anybody out there in offense that you want to save up for to get to have a dominant weapon, it's Carmichael. This dude is unguardable. He's 6'8", and the biggest issue with the game right now, or one of the biggest issues the entire year pretty much, is the height of these receivers and being able to really highball and kind of face catch with them and just get ag caught on. Carmichael is the epitome of that. This card will probably be on my team for the rest of the year until he gets a golden ticket, because there's no doubt in my mind with how dominant he is. Someone's going to make him a GT. So Carmichael to me is, I think, the most necessary offensive weapon. The final player that I feel like every team needs to have, and this isn't as a starter, this is as a backup, is 95 overall Dak Prescott, the Guardian variant, which has the boom card art. And why is that? Because if you guys go ahead and pick up the 95 overall Dak Prescott from doing your field passes, and then you go into sets and you add an origin token with that 95 Dak, you're going to be able to exchange them to get this boom variant, which gives you +1 short route running, medium route running, and deep route running to all of your wide receivers and all of your tight ends. I feel like, to me, he is the most necessary of the Gridiron Guardian ones that actually give you the motivator boost. I will say Isaiah Rodgers could have potentially made this list as well. If this was 6 players, the 6th player probably would have been Isaiah Rodgers, who does give you that man and zone. I think his play rec is the 3rd boost he gives to all your DBs. But I feel like Dak, having the short, medium, and deep route running to all tight ends and all wide receivers, yes, he is a necessary piece to all teams out there. If you don't have him, get him. That being said, guys, those in my opinion are the 5 most necessary cards to have on every single MUT team right now. I feel like a lot of these cards are just really good, give motivator boosts. Some of the cards do. The other ones are just some of the most absolute dominant cards in the game. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like video, and of course hit that sub button down below, and let me know which card, regardless of price, we could be talking about a 100,000 coin card that has played just phenomenal for you, or maybe a million coin card. Which cards do you feel like are the absolute most overpowered and most needed in Madden 23? If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.